Well, I got chickens that are going to be making some noise. I got cats, and well, now it's raining. So I got a lot of problems in this garage, but I'm going to try to get through it. So let's do it. Hey, what is up everybody? How are you guys doing? Thank you for checking out this video. Any support for the channel is definitely awesome. And yeah, I have no plan for this video, I'll tell you right now. It might be a lot of cuts as I think of things. I might be able to roll straight through it. We'll just see how my brain works on this, but zero plans. The point of the video today is I'm worried. You know, I was gonna say scared about what's going on, but I think worried, concerned is more of kind of where my mind is. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, don't be scared, be prepared, or, you know, just generally, you're not going to have to worry about anything if you prep. If you're a prepper, just SHTF is going to be glorious. Not the case. Not the case with me. That is not how I'm feeling. Yes, I am prepared. I have most of my ducks in a row. Of course, whenever shit hits the fan, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I should have thought of buying one of those when I had the chance, or while they were cheap, or something like that. So no, I'm not 100% prepared, and I don't think anybody really is. It's more of a prepping is a practice. I don't think it's any different than being a doctor or a lawyer. Those are practices. Everything is constantly changing. Everything has a different result. Everything has a different body to the problem. It's ever changing, and you have to be able to adapt to it. You have to be able to learn new things, and you have to be able to change a strategy to get the outcome that you want. This is prepping as well. So yes, I've got food. I've got cash tucked away. I've got metals. I've got ammo. I've got everything covered. It's not really making me feel a whole lot better. Now, yeah, I'm a little worried about things. I have a very uneasy feeling in my gut. I have a couple times, but it's much stronger now. It's almost like, I mean, if you're nervous to do something, if you're nervous to, I don't know, pick your poison, and you're driving to the event that you're nervous at. Let's just say you're not good at speaking. I'm not a good speaker, ironically. And you guys probably know that, and you see that in my videos. But yeah, I'm not a very good speaker. I'm definitely not good at standing in front of a crowd and speaking to a crowd of more than, let's just say, one person, right? I'm not speaking to anybody here. I'm speaking to a piece of Chinese plastic with some glass in it, so I can handle that. It's a lot different. But if I was going to, say, do a speech in front of a group of people, I would be okay until the point that I parked my car. And then that nervousness would set in until everything was over, or I was into the event to some extent. Then I would probably start relaxing. But that point that I parked the car is where I'm at right now with SHTF. I think this could get a lot worse. It can escalate a lot more as far as my nerves is what I'm talking about. Yeah, it can definitely get worse. I have been more afraid than I am now, I guarantee it. But I just don't feel good. I'm very uneasy with the things that are going on, with the actions that are going on, with the tonality of society in the United States. The way that Trump is speaking, he just right now changed the Department of Defense back to the Department of War because of the projection of how that sounds to the rest of the world. That's the only reason. It's not history. It's not being historically bringing back anything. It's to intimidate China. It's to intimidate Russia, North Korea, and all these people. Department of Defense is, I'm going to put a blanket on and cover. Department of War is aggressive, you know. And he even said it. It's about the words. That's why he's doing it. I went through and listened to Vladimir Putin's complete speech translated by artificial intelligence about everything that's going on currently. I believe it was like 3 days ago or 4 days ago or something like that. He came out and actually addressed reporters, which is the first time I've seen it. Something a little bit different. I actually listened to the whole, it was like a 45-minute long video of a Russian dude talking in an AI voice. Yeah, it didn't leave me happier. It definitely gave an unsettled feeling about things. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's everything that's going on. It is watching the stock market, watching economic specialist, economic specialist. That's the military version of an economist. But watching and listening to economists, listening to geopolitical scientists, listening to the politics, listening to people all over the place, civilians of different countries, what people think. Something's just smelling like SHTF. Everything in Trump's speech today, this didn't set it off. I've been thinking about doing this video for a couple days, but Trump's speech today was all about, I don't know, it just kind of seemed this way. It was all about being offensive. Just the posture of the military right now. The feeling in society. The way that news is talking about things, even liberal news. It seems like they know something's not right. Something's going to happen. And they're just kind of like, well, we're on the same boat being Americans. So let's just try to get through this. You know, let's try to, it's not so much the attacks anymore. Yeah, CNN's still attacking Trump. Yes, this is still going on. It always will, always has, since the beginning of politics. So that's not much of a concern, but just there's a different vibe with things. Everything's really feeling tense right now, and everything's really feeling kind of disturbing. People that don't normally talk about it are talking about it. Economists that don't normally talk about it are talking about World War III and things to do. We just had Europe do a training exercise, like a week-long training exercise to make sure that their hospitals are going to be ready for war casualty. Yeah, just things like that. Trump disappearing for a couple days. Yeah, a lot of people made a big deal about it. Everybody was saying he was dead or sick or his health concerns or this or that or anything like that. No, it's much, much worse than that. And I understand it's much worse than that. Sick or not sick. Him disappearing the way that he did in the context of the geopolitical issues that are going on currently right now over those 2 days. Shit's going down. Shit's going down. It wasn't his health. It wasn't his ankles. It wasn't that he needed a donut break to go sit on the beach. Nah, these are very, very serious things that are going right now. And when he disappears, you should be concerned, especially with everything that was just going on in China. The thing that was going on in China wasn't even really, that doesn't even concern me, but it wasn't so much a military parade as it was showing the world the New World Order. And there's actually people coming out and talking about a New World Order, which was a year ago was a conspiracy theory. You know, 5 years ago was a conspiracy theory. I've talked about it. I never really referred to it as a New World Order. But yeah, things are changing. Things are shifting globally right now in a big way, in a very big way. And none of this is good for you. None of it's good for me. There's no positive that is going to come out of this whole situation. There was also something, and take this with a grain of salt because I'm drawing a blank to all the details on it, but I believe Hegseth told the military, if this was even the United States, I think it was the United States, that Hegseth told the military to be ready by March 26th, I believe, of 2026. Hopefully I'm correct on that, because I'm going to make an ass out of myself if I'm not. But hey, just for the hell of it, I'm going to leave this in the video. China was definitely a show of power. The military buildup, the military readiness by a deadline is a show of power. What's going on in Venezuela right now? You know, people are making this out to be a big deal. This isn't a big deal. Venezuela is not a threat to us. Venezuela is not the problem of fentanyl and drugs coming into our country. This isn't why we bombed a drug boat coming out of Venezuela. It was to show we can hit, basically what they're saying, we can hit where we want, what we want, when we want, anytime we want. That's what that was. You know, everybody's saying, I mean, the Venezuelans are ready to go to war. Yes, Russia, Iran have been supplying Venezuela heavily with drones that can reach Florida. They can reach the United States. Are they going to do it? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Are they going to lob a few towards some naval ships? Probably. Probably. They got them for a reason. Now, if they don't do it now, they'll probably do it during World War III once all this kicks off. Venezuela is going to be right there. Like I said, Cuba is right there. Nobody's talking about Cuba still. I can't believe people aren't talking about Cuba, especially with the crap that just happened a couple of years ago with the meetings with Russia and stuff like that. You're blind living under a rock if you don't think Cuba is going to be involved with this. But Cuba is extremely close. They can reach the southeast, supplied by China and Russia. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm just... something ain't right, folks. It's just really a deep gut feeling has set in with me. Now, am I panicking? Am I going out and buying out Walmart, buying out the gun stores and all this stuff? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Nothing is changing in my life. I feel I'm pretty much as ready as I'm gonna be. I'm working on things related to a timeline as far as gardening. I want to learn to garden. I want to make sure I have a garden. I want to make sure I am producing food. That's the only thing I'm doing with prepping. Eventually, maybe, I would like to get into livestock. I would like to be able to produce meat. Now, when shit hits the fan, the Amish aren't going to be affected very much. Life's going to continue. Yeah, they're going to hear about it. It ain't going to affect them that much at all. I live in an Amish community. So, I should, in theory, of course everything's a theory, I should be able to get livestock pretty much as I need. And it's not only the Amish, people that aren't Amish here, most people are farming. I live in a farming community that has a lot of Amish. We just stopped by a store today. They have a little, it's basically a Home Depot shed, a little bit bigger. They built it, of course, but it's a very small store that they have out here in the middle of nowhere, miles from anything else. And it's just the Amish community that's out here, put together a little produce store. They sell books, they sell grains, you know, fruit, baked pies. We bought cookies on a paper plate with a handwritten price tag. That's just awesome. But yeah, anyway, just kind of got off on that. It was just kind of cool. I love going to the Amish stores here, and I love interacting with the Amish every chance I get. They're all very good, kind people. And I honestly believe when shit hits the fan, if I need livestock, which I will, I'll be able to take care of that. The biggest thing is I don't have the infrastructure. It takes a lot to build infrastructure for cattle or anything like that. I don't have it. The person that I bought the home from here had cattle on the property, but that area, unfortunately, is where my orchard is and my fruit trees and stuff like that. I figured it would have been good, rich soil. That ended up being basically a failure. There's a little strip that's good, and I got some stuff growing, but other than that, everything's covered for the most part. But there's just, I got a bad feeling. I can't put my finger on it. I can't place what it is. It's like an aura surrounding all of this that just got plugged in and lit up like a neon light. Things are making sense. Things are on the front page. Nothing is being hidden. People are talking about it. And I think a lot of the people, and it's not a American political thing, but I think a lot of Democrats nowadays are starting to realize, shit, whether they blame it on Trump or not, is going to hit the fan. And they're kind of starting to get out of their suburban soccer mom American lifestyle and start thinking, got to start putting stuff back. I don't know. I can't place it. I can't put a feeling on it, but maybe let me know if you guys are kind of feeling these vibes in the world right now, vibes in the country. Almost like things are kind of too good in a way as well. You know, I mean, we were just, where were we? It was packed. Good Lord, I can't even think of where it was. But yeah, people are out spending money. People are shopping. Walmart was just slammed. Tons of people on a Friday afternoon, you know. Everything's just a little bit different. I don't know. Maybe here's the point of the video. Keep your head on a swivel. Watch everything that's going on in the world. You know, I don't know. There's no point to this video, I guess. Just kind of a little bit of a rant and just, maybe I just need to say it. Maybe I'll feel better saying it. Maybe I'll feel more relaxed, but haven't been feeling good. Last time I felt this is when I made the video about the storm before the calm. And that was the it's not even theory. It's, that was the facts of the matter when I got to figure out what's going on and what's planned. And I think this second wave of anxiety is the reality of those things are happening. It's not just a book. I don't know. How are you guys feeling out there? You guys feeling good? Everything good in the world for you guys? I don't know. I'll leave it with that. Got some other videos coming out. Yeah. Let's hope Monday comes, right? I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.